Yeah, I'm not fucking happy about it. I just wish we could. Oh, for fuck's sakes, with your fucking. You know what I hate about this fucking stupid phone? Besides everything, is you have the fucking thing on mute and it still makes noise, like I get important phone calls. Right, Cleo? What am I, the president? Does it really need to do that? Even when you fucking put it on silent mode, it still vibrates. I guess I could just shut the thing off, right? I never even thought to do that. That's great. I worked that out. Oh, yeah, of course. My password doesn't work on the fucking computer. This is just going to be one of these days. You know, I know it was going to be one of these days is I took my dog out for a walk, and she took a shit, and I'm like Rappaport. I went to pick the fucking thing up, right? And I had my headphones on, and as I bent over to do it, my headphones fell down and almost landed in the pile of dog shit. And rather than laughing it off like somebody with rosy cheeks would, I'm a cynical bastard, so I took that as an omen on how this day was going to be, and it's lived up that way. I had a bowl of cereal this morning. I almost fucking died. And you know what's funny is the lovely Nia was literally maybe 7 feet away in the other room and never checked on me. Could give a shit. You know? And you know what that is? It's like we've been together. When you've been with somebody as long as I have, it's not like they want you to die. It's a combination of two things. They just tune you out. So I could have been in there talking to her about how, you know, my headphones almost fell into the dog shit this morning, or I could have been almost choking to death. Either way, she doesn't even hear it. And then, like, subconsciously, it's not that they want you to die, but not fatally, but if you could die for like 3 hours, you know, I don't think that they would be upset. Just sort of, you know, drag you over and put you behind the couch and just, you know, fantasize about being single again for like 3 hours, and then you wake up like in one of those movies with Kiefer Sutherland. What was that movie called? Shockers? It wasn't Clockers. That was Spike Lee. I don't know what the fuck it was. Anyways, this is what happened. I was eating corn Chex. I'm a big fan of the Chex family. All right? This isn't some sort of subtle advertising I'm trying to put in here. Okay, this is coming from my heart, not my wallet. All right? I like the Chex cereals. I'm not into rice Chex. And that has nothing to do with World War II or Vietnam. Okay? I just don't like the taste of them. Okay? I'm not coming at you with some red state shit. Like, I ain't eating nothing that got fucking rice in it after what happened over there in the DMZ. I'm not coming at you like that. I just don't like the taste of that one. I either go corn Chex or I go wheat Chex. So here's the yeah. You know what I noticed the other day is this morning as I was almost choking to death on my cereal was all cereal is kind of the same color. You notice that? It's all sort of fucking just different kind of browns. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that would go through my head as I'm almost dying, choking? That fucking bad 80s comedian analogy went through my head. That might have been my last thought. You know? Or like it's like a topic you'd hear on like NPR. All things considered, today we discuss the different shades of brown and breakfast cereals. I don't care if you're eating rice Chex, corn Chex, wheat Chex, Rice Krispies, or cornflakes. The all too familiar off-colored Band-Aid brown, and all things considered. You ever listen to NPR? Nia listens to that shit. She's such a fucking nerd, and she always has it on. And I don't know. There's really no good radio stations out here as far as like playing music out here in LA. I don't know why. I don't know what goes on out here, but evidently, the two bands that they play them like it's still the early 90s. They play Ice Cube all the time. Bad Am. When you come to my town, Bad Am. Like I don't know why they play it. Like they play it enough. Like you think he died or something. You know? And then they also play the who are those guys? Whatever the fuck they are. Pretty Fly for a White Guy. They play them all the fucking time. You know? Like everybody's still walking around in flannels going, hey, have you heard the new Pearl Jam, man? Anyways, so here's the story. I go to get my fucking box of corn checks. I pick up the box, and immediately I notice it's pretty light, pour it in, get a full bowl, and there's like an eighth of a box left. Now, I could be a douche and put the box back and give Nia false hope. Oh, I want a box, I want a bowl of cereal, and then she grabs the box and she feels the lightness. Then that panic comes in. You start to sweat like, oh, fuck. You start pouring it out. Come on, man, keep going. And there's only an eighth of a bowl left. The douche puts that back in the cupboard. The gentleman, the refined individual like myself, you just say, all right, I'm going to have a little more cereal than I usually have. So that's what I did. All right, and I start eating the fucking cereal, and I'm wolfing it down because I know the podcast is a little bit late, and I'm going to get a bunch of shit on Twitter, right? So I get about halfway done with my bowl. I take the box of cereal, and I pour that last eighth in. And you know the deal. The last part of the box, that's the most dangerous part of the box. You got half of it's cereal, and the rest of it's all fucking powdered. So all the powder goes on the top of the cereal. I start eating the shit, and I'm doing that, eating so fast, you're eating and inhaling through your fucking pie hole. You're doing that shit, and I had half a spoon of powder, and the other half was the cereal, and I inhaled the shit, and my throat just closed off. And I thought at the very least I was going to pass out, to the point I was debating as I'm coughing and hacking away, and Nia is completely ignoring me. I'm sitting there pounding. I'm thinking, should I make a loud noise in the kitchen, or should I run to 5 steps to the bedroom? But then I'm thinking, well, that like take up too much oxygen. And I basically was choking on this shit for 3 straight minutes, and Nia didn't move a fucking muscle. Didn't move a goddamn muscle. And when I finally realized I was going to live, I was so pissed at her that, like after you get done choking, like your voice is like, it's like turned down to 1. So you're trying to talk. It's like, thanks for helping. That type of shit. I basically said sarcastically, thanks for helping in I was just choking for 3 minutes voice. And all I get from Nia was like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Is that any way to start the fucking day? I don't think. Was that even funny? Was that even remotely amusing to you? I don't know. I almost died this morning. I don't care if I'm funny or not. Cleo. All right.